Hello again, this is a very nervous Elendar back with Seldrine for round 2 of Test vs Pandemic Legion. On the test team we have a CNR, 2 Golems, a Kitsune, a Griffin, 2 Herons and a Vigil.
Hello there, my name is Seldrine, and in the blue team we have Pandemic Legion again, who are here with 2 Gilas, 2 Caracals, a Drake, a Loki and a Merlin.
So I think this is going to be a very brutal match. It's just simply going to come down to who loses the ship first and then the damage will cascade from there, but that is a lot of damage and a lot of EWAR on test side. I am quite worried that our 1 to 6 win to loss ratio so far for Pandemic Legion is going to get even worse.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. I think Pandemic Legion are going to struggle from the outset in this one. I think this damage from these golems is just going to be overwhelming against these Tech 1 cruiser hulls that some of these PL ships are. My money is on Test Alliance for this one.
Mine is too, I'm afraid. At least, as much as I would love you to win this, I am having a lot of trouble believing that. Loki's got a lot of reps on it, but those Caracals aren't going to have a great deal of HP. Those Golems and Messina might just be able to volley it straight through and simply overpower it. Plus, with 2 Herons, a Griffin, a Kitsune, that is a lot of electronic warfare. If they get a jam on that Loki, those Caracals aren't going to last between cycle, and the match has started.
Yeah, there we go, and we can see immediately these frigates are splitting up. These golems will just be getting their locks, and we should see some cruise missiles in the air, and immediately we have some damage coming onto the frigates here on the test team. Let's see if they can tank. There's no Logi, so they just need... Oh, and there we go. Immediately the first Kitsune is down, and this Griffin is also in serious trouble. But the first primary for the test team is the Stoya and the Caracal, who is immediately volleyed into his armor, but is being tanked by this Loki.
Yep, it looks like there's enough volley on that test team to go straight through the shields of that Caracal. If they can keep that up, it's not going to matter how much reps PL can get on him. They'll just volley straight through it. Those golems appear to be moving away, possibly trying to move out of sentry drone range. But they are losing more and more frigates on the test side as another Heron goes down and the Griffin is into structure.
Yeah, that E-Warfare advantage for the Test Alliance team is rapidly disappearing, and they now only have 2 frigates left, so just a Vigil and a Heron, and then it's going to be down to these 3 battleships. And I think when that happens, it's going to be all over for the Test. This is a fantastic turnaround. We're down to just 1 frigate there, and Test are just trying and trying and trying against this Caracal, but they are not breaking his tank. To change something up quickly, or they're going to be losing.
I'm not sure what these test guys are doing, moving away in the battleships. That's meaning there's more and more time between those missiles hitting. It's very easy now for PL to see the missiles come in to predict the damage.
Yeah, and there we go.
Like
That's this.
a boundary violation. Oh no, never mind. Sorry.
Yep, no boundary violations there, but there is a Vigil of Duckrat about to explode, and when that happens, we're just down to this DPS core of the Test Alliance team. Just 2 Golems, 1 Raven Navy issue, and if before they were unable to break the Caracal with the help from the E-Warfare, but no chance now, so just 3 battleships left and the whole team still alive for PL team, and finally this test team is switching targets and trying to kill this remote rep Loki of Phantom, but it might be too little, too late.
Yeah, I think much too late, unfortunately. I'd expect these test guys to charge straight in, go balls to wall, try and kill something on PL before they could do anything about it, before they could get that electronic warfare backbone down. Now, though, I think it's just too late. That Loki is losing a lot of shield, but if he's got enough cap to keep up those reps forever, it's not going to matter. They don't have the alpha to volley through. And I don't see any way that Test can win this now. They might die fairly slowly now they've pulled range, but there's just not a lot they can do.
That Loki, he's taking decent damage in each volley of those missiles, but he's holding on here. Golem, however, is not holding on so well, and I think with the war of attrition now. However, just saying that, the Loki has just reached a bit lower in his shield right now, so maybe they can kill that Loki, but whether or not the Golem can survive long enough for that is a different question.
It's true, but being a tech-free, the Loki can overload quite often, quite easily, so he's just using that to pull it back by the look of it. He's getting cap transfer from a Drake, from at least one of the Gilas, I think. It's just not going to matter.
Yeah, another strong showing there from PL. We predicted the test victory at the start, but once again, PL have just come through with their potentially better piloting skills, definitely more tournament experience, and we can see this Golem of 7-9 is losing this battle here. He is just going past half shield now, and he's gradually dropping down. He'll be in the 3rd shield any minute, and when that Golem touches armor, it is gonna just be a fireball.
Talking of piloting skills, it did look like Admiral Graveris had stopped cap transferring that Loki for a little while. Possibly just didn't need to, possibly he's moved out of range. I'm sure Goblins wouldn't make a piloting error. That would never happen.
But piloting error doesn't seem to be affecting the tank of Phantom, as he is still holding in there. This Repper, no problem at all, and it just seems to me that all tests I've done is just tried to shoot one ship, failed, tried to shoot another, and that's been it. There should have been a lot more target switching at the start. Try and overload the multitasking of this Loki, try and make him to make some mistakes, miss reps, because those caracals with each volley were going into armor, but they've just continued to bash their heads against this impenetrable brick wall of Pandemic Legion, and it's not working for them.
Yep, and from that range, the PL guys can just broadcast as soon as the missile's been launched. It's very easy to tell who the target's going to be. The shield reps can be running before the missiles even land on the targets. If they burned in close, they would have been more vulnerable, but they might be able to switch targets quickly and get a caracal down. I'm still very surprised they didn't get anything. With the amount of frigates they had on there, they should have been able to get at least one jam off of Matt Loki, and that should have been enough to get a caracal down, but it just doesn't seem to have happened.
Yeah, but look at this troll tanking golem of 7-9 is now back to full health. He was just teasing us there by not activating his ancillary shield booster. But unfortunately, just being able to tank this damage is not going to win the match, because Pandemic Legion have already massacred every frigate, and that is the points they need to win this. So this test team is going to have to try something, maybe change missile damage type, try and do a bit more overloading, try and just focus fire, kill a Maryland, then work through them. But right now, their tactic isn't working. They need to start changing things, because we're approaching 5 minutes left in this match.
Yep, at this point I think their best option just be to charge straight in. Either they're going to tank the damage or they're not. Try and bump something out of rep range of that Loki. Possibly if they could do that and hold tackle on the Loki and target, keep it out of a rep range, they might actually be able to drop something down. But from here, just sitting off, staying at range, it's not going to work.
Yeah, nothing much happening right now, not much excitement. However, 7-9 is trolling us again, whether or not he is out of charges in his ancillary, or whether the cap transferring him from these other Golem and Raven Navy issues is not enough to keep him running that rep. We don't know, but his shield is dropping down again. He's now back down to below half shield. Whereas Phantom is just hero tanking the entire damage from this Test Alliance team and is back to full health. No trouble at all there for Phantom in the Loki.
Yep, I have to say, it doesn't look like PL's trying especially hard to kill anything. Not sure why not. Possibly because they're still friends with Test and want to blue them up again, start a new agreement. But there's a lot of ogres, a lot of close-range drones sitting around the PL team, not actually engaging anything.
And 709 now down to approaching a quarter shield. Surely if he was just troll repping, he would have started that repping again. So maybe he actually is in serious trouble here. Oh no, there we go. And this repper is reloaded and back repping up his shield.
Yeah, I think the only thing he's really taking damage from at this point is the caracals, the Drake, so he's taking a bit of missile damage, he's not taking any drone damage.
Yeah, I'm amazed though that Test are just trying to kill this Loki. They must surely understand that he can rep with the cap transfers and he's in no trouble here. They should try and switch targets more, try and mix it up. You know, there's still 4 minutes left, they could try something.
Yeah, I completely agree, at least try and get a consolation kill. Just try and bump Elise out of the arena, do something.
Yeah, I mean, enough opportunity, Elise will probably manage to bump himself out of the arena, so they could just try to do something.
It's also quite possible, looking at the speeds the PL team is moving, they probably don't have any prop mods fitted, so if you do bump them Test, they're not going to do a great deal about it.
Yeah, but this is very very disappointing. I was expecting a lot more from this high damage missile setup. I'm not really sure what happened at the start. Maybe that Kitsune could have been a bit luckier with his jams. If he'd just got one successful jam off in that Loki, they'd have killed one of those caracals, and just slightly better luck with jamming could have completely altered the outcome of this match.
Yeah, it's possible Test guys decided to spread the jams over the PL ships to try and reduce the damage rather than focus it on the reps, which could have been a mistake at the start. But I know it's just not what I expected. I really thought this Test team was going to charge in and those Golems were just going to wipe out those caracals and carry on from there.
Yeah, and they have actually changed targets now. They're going for Lucas Can now in the Drake. But if they couldn't kill a caracal
to half shield, so it could just be sheer surprise factor. But no, it looks like the reps are starting to be applied.
Yeah, Phantom's got his reps on now and his shields are gradually going up. I don't think they're going to break the tank on this Drake if they couldn't break one of the caracals.
No, Drake's not happening. He's bigger sig radius, but that shouldn't really matter with these Golems.
Yeah, we're just counting down the minutes now. The 7-9 is just letting his shield drop down, but I'm sure he'll be reloaded and be wrapping up any minute now. But there's 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock, and it's not going to be a particularly exciting victory, but it is the second victory for PL. So they will most likely be moving through to the next stage of our competition, and we're going to need to be saying goodbye to Test Alliance.
Yeah, it's a shame. Tests are always fun and always fielding some interesting teams. This is of the teams in this tournament, 4 of them have PL pilots in. There was only 2 real PL teams. Of the 4 teams with PL pilots in, only 1 has made it through to the next round. If they keep up that win-loss ratio tomorrow, it's not going to go too well for us.
But look at 7-9 in his golem. Finally, something has changed. Maybe he just could not be bothered repping anymore because he is bored. But he's in armor. He's in armor and low armor, and maybe we're going to see a battleship explode in this match.
Would be nice to see one go down. He is starting to rep again. The PL guys still got their ogres, still got their close range drones around them, so possibly just don't want Tess shooting those drones. Possibly just don't want to kill them for some strange reason. Possibly Shadu has set them blue mid-match.
Yeah, well, Shadu, I'm sure, is pounding his fists in annoyance at seeing this Elise and team do so well, because his team, as we all saw, was just a massive ball of embarrassing disaster. But this Pandemic Legion team, it looks, will be going through.
Yeah, there's a clear demonstration, but Elise is just better than Shadu at Eve.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? But the statistics speak for themselves, and this Elise team is doing really, really well so far in this tournament.
Yep, and that's time up, victory to PL. It's a 2-0 win, and Elise's PL A team goes through to the next round.